Price to Jazz, price to Jazz. We are transmitting once again from the Factorio outpost where we are attempting to build ourselves a spaceship and get off of this rock. Alright, I've had a little bit of a look over of what we've done so far, and I think that our current goals are going to be twofold in order to get this thing up and running. First and foremost, we need to research turrets. So I'm going to keep this machine running where we've got our auto research going on, and then after that, I want to move into logistics, yes, because all of these things, splitters, fast inserters, underground belts, these things are fantastic for really expanding upon what we've already got. And then maybe we'll go towards steel, because I know that steel is necessary for advanced material processing, which will allow us to have steel furnaces, which will actually run on electricity rather than coal, which is something that we definitely need. So that we can get off of coal and have it just be the central fuel source rather than having to get it all around our base. It is a little tricky to have to go through there. So what I'm going to do while this stuff keeps going, I'm going to take a bunch of the iron that we've got in here, and I do need to, you know what? As much as I didn't really want to have to do this, oh gosh, we do have a lot of resources. That's nice. What do these require? Just iron, huh? Iron and copper. Okay. Let's build a bunch of these. I am going to go ahead and get one electric mining drill. Which one's got more? 14, no, 12, 11, 12. Put one of these here and get that pumping into there, because you do every now and then need a little bit of stone. So I would like it to be gathering, just so I don't have to worry about coming over here and then like mining out something. We're past the point of mining. We don't mine anymore. So I'll let that do its thing. The copper seems to be, how many do we have in here? Ooh, 291. Okay, so yeah, that's doing well. I'll grab you. And let's get the rest of these automated things. Essentially, what I want to do is I want to have a whole... Wow, we do really have a huge vein of iron here. That is really nice. What I'm thinking is we'll actually have the iron kind of come up and then down, because what I realized is like having it all come down here, there's not really much of a point of having, you know, iron located down here, like iron ore. And if we can move the processing into plates further out, that'll mean that we'll have more space within here to really utilize the iron in machines and whatnot. So first things first, let's get a couple more of these up and running. We can currently leave it pointed in that direction, but that's just kind of the future focus that I have, is to moving it towards being a little less dependent upon that. And actually we should probably do these in kind of backwards facing rows, I think. So how much does that get? 20k, 28, 33, 27, 31. I guess if the power pole is going to be there, then that's not a bad spot, and that's not a bad spot. And let's get a couple more of these suckers. Once we get those automated things, those splitters, those will be really useful in allowing us to spread out the iron onto belts into 2 rows. So that just gives you a little bit more access that way. Okay, so then we'll bring it around this way, because this will give us the opportunity to... Oh, nope, there we go. Let's pick a little bit of that. Okay, cool. So that gets us double the amount of iron that we've been getting so far from that side. We still need a bunch more furnaces to be able to process it faster, but at least it's something, you know? So then, yeah, I guess let's start building this up. We're going to need a couple more of those, of course, and we'll need another furnace, and I'll have to... I think if I move the placement of this to just be here instead... No. Oh, that's unfortunate. I know you can get bigger poles later, but yeah, that leaves that one out. But if I move it like this... Or no, how about that? Yeah. And just in case we want to put anything on that side. Just that way I can fit the other pieces in there. So if I go like this and this, grab another stone furnace, we can at least maybe get one more set of these going here. Yeah, and then all it needs is fuel. Do I have any I do have some coal on me. And let's go ahead, run over to our excess chest and grab a little bit of that. Nice. Doing well. Let's actually just go ahead and fill up all of our furnaces to full. I think that would be good. I think if I get another coal miner going, I'll feel a lot better about that. You know, that would be useful to just have, double. So in case we need to expand our power generation, which we're currently using less than half, maybe about a third, quarter to a third. So we're doing fine for now, but certainly we will have to expand to there soon. How are we doing on gun turrets? Oh, did I click the wrong thing? We have gun turrets. Okay, we finished that. All right, so then automation. I must have clicked the wrong thing. So logistics, that should be going. How are you doing? You got 1 in there. Got 28 in here. I'm going to just go ahead and pop all of those in there. Okay, so we have turrets now that we can build. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's build a couple of them. What do we need? We need iron and copper. Perfect, we got plenty of that stuff. Lots of copper, lots of iron. Let's build a couple of you. 3 maybe? And let's build a bunch of magazines because these do take bullets. Later on we can get the laser turrets, which is going to be awesome. But for now, we need to, like I said, we just need to be thinking ahead because I know that there are bad things around and I'm afraid of what they might do if I let them kind of get ahead of me here. I do have a gun, which is nice. But yeah, we need to protect certain things. So I think for now what we'll do is we'll have 1 gun here to protect. Oh yeah, and let's click and give you, where are my bullets going? Oh, they're going over here. All right, let's put you in here. All right, so you got 12 clips. That should be enough for now. And we're going to have 2 over here by the power generators. And I think that once we get enough stone, we can build some walls around. And walls are nice just because they help to kind of corral the enemies into a certain spot. Okay, so we're going to actually have, 1 here, maybe 1 here for now. Hopefully they can overlap in what they shoot. But yeah, we want to make sure that we're a little more protected than we currently are. Let's build some more ammunition. Let's max out on that. Yeah, you can see I'm glad we upped our production of iron because we used a whole lot just building those bullets. And that's the thing that we'll probably want to automate. Well, I guess once we switch over to laser turrets, it's not going to be a huge deal. Because they don't need to be reloaded, obviously. Again, it's kind of like the same reason why I want to centralize all of our coal to just having to go into the furnaces, is because it just keeps things simpler, All right, now that we got some guns up, I feel a little bit more comfortable about doing this. Most of the research that we're going to be doing for now is really going to be doable on just red research packs for a while, so that gives us some time. Let's see. Even though this isn't a huge vein there comparatively, because it so conveniently fits there, boom, we got double going. Okay, so with these 3 boilers, God, I could even fit a 4th one right there, no problem. And then, how else would I want to do this if I were to expand? I'm just trying to think about logistically getting this coal over here. If we got a splitter, we could run it underground and have a 2nd row of stuff, which might be the next thing. So we will plan on doing that soon. While I wait, I think I should build some more guns. I'm a paranoid person, generally, when it comes to these kinds of things. So I'd like to be a little more prepared rather than under-prepared. So we're just going to put all of our iron into that. The other thing I would like to build is going to be another research lab. So how much do those cost? Those cost 36 total iron and 15 total copper. I think that, if we get that up and running, that will be kind of, we'll be doubling our research speed, which will be nice because then I really can expand and use those splitters and things. All right, so I'll put down another gun here. Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. The bullets automatically go there. It's fine. Okay, so that area should be pretty protected. This area is not very protected. So maybe we'll get a gun over here as much as I would like. I feel like the enemies target power, generally. They seem to be, I know you guys haven't seen them yet. I've seen them. They're scary. But they seem to be pretty anti-pollution, I guess. They do not like the things that you do that cause those kinds of issues. So, all right, let's get a 2nd lab up and running, and we're going to need another inserter. But yeah, once we have that going, that'll be perfect. So I think for now, I'm going to wait for logistics to finish researching. I'll get the 2nd research lab up and running, and then I will send out another transmission once I have the automation stuff up and can show you guys how that stuff works. Until then, this is Price signing out. All right, this is Price coming in with another transmission. We just finished steel processing research and we finished automation research, which is wonderful. So I'm going to get this advanced. Oh, no, I can't do that yet because we need to get green science packs. But once we have green science packs, we'll be good there. So let's see what else takes red. We can get optics, which will help us. Oh, lamps will be wonderful, and they'll lead towards solar energy, which will be nice in the future. Logistics 2 requires green. What do these give us? Smart inserters are very useful. Armor crafting, that could be really useful in the short term. So we'll go ahead and get that. It shouldn't take us too long to get that armor crafting. But while we do that, as you can see, I added another furnace here. Like I said, I just want to really get iron production up and running. Copper, we will need to expand at some point, but not as necessarily as this iron to start off with. So to show off some of these new tools that we have at our disposal, this is a splitter. I really like splitters quite a bit. One of their values, I think we need to, let's think. If I go like this and then go like that, yeah. Okay, so the way that a splitter works is what it's doing now is half of what comes in is getting set over to a second track. And while this can be useful for splitting up resources, so later on we'll probably have several splitters sending iron off of our main iron line into other areas. It can also be useful for, in these kinds of circumstances, for really expanding on what you have. And so what I'm doing now is, what you can see is it's just organizing this so that the iron gets spread out onto double belts. The reason that I do this is so that I can make sure that iron is constantly being pumped out of here, and also so that if you ever get into one of those circumstances where all of a sudden, everything all at once gets processed, and you kind of hit this kind of surplus of space, then it'll still have enough on there for everything to get filled. It's just kind of a future-proofing thing, and I like having belts be full rather than having them have empty spaces within them. So that's what a splitter is. It's wonderful, and we'll be using those a lot in the future. The other thing that we just got, which is also wonderful and that I talked about briefly before, and we will actually probably need a splitter there. And this will be for, like I said, so we can future-proof ourselves. It's not entirely necessary at the moment, is we will take the splitter. Okay, cool. We got armor crafting. We could even get level 2. Why not? I mean, I'm cool with that. And let's go ahead. Can I build myself some armor? That would be nice. Like I said, I'm a little worried about bad guys showing up. Okay, so let's see, which way do I want to go? I think this way might be the smarter way. So what I will do is I will pull that out. I will do that. I will grab the underground. So these go underneath the ground, up to that distance away, and it's just a track that's going underneath things. This is perfect for these kinds of situations where you want to split something and spread it out onto multiple different areas. And so I had talked about this when I first built these pipes. I built them with the goal of being able to just walk by there. I'm going to set up our second line for where all of our second row of power is going to go. Like I said, it's not something that we're necessarily going to use right away, but because I have some time right now while I'm waiting for some other things to process, I want to go ahead and do that. So we're going to turn these into pipe to grounds, which is going to slow things down for just a second. As you can see, there's no power going, but now it's fine. Water is now pumping through there underneath the ground, and so everything is good to go, and I can walk through here no problem. So then if we just, let's think ahead. This has popped out there. We need to create another line with the same style. So I think if we go like that, we can run our water this way like we did before. And I might just go ahead, just for optimization's sake, do it like that, so that we can fit these guys here. We'll have the pipes run next to them there, and then we can have our other steam engines like right flush up next to this, and I think that will work well. But I'm just going to leave that there for now. Not going to do anything else with it, and let that kind of build up. Okay, so now that we're at this point, I'd like to look into what the green science packs require. They need inserters and transport belts. So that's going to be the next big set of automation stations that we want to set up. So I think that what I will do now is, once again, I'm going to let some resources build up and kind of get into a place where I feel comfortable with where we're at, and I will start setting down the framework for where we're going to have those green science packs being pumped into things. Yeah, I think that's definitely something that we need to be working towards. And last but not least, let's just go ahead. Oh wait, I already did it, huh? Yeah, I've got my armor. Perfect. Got armor. Let's build a couple more guns. Let's build a whole heck of a lot more ammunition because we need it. And then I think that is where I will end this transmission. As you can see, we're getting things up and running. We're getting our defenses set up ahead of time so that we can be ready to take things on. And we're trying to think about the future and plan ahead for all of the things that are going to be coming. So let's get a couple more guns down here to protect our power grid. Obviously, we're going to have to move these things around. Ooh, man, definitely need to wait for that ammo to build up. Okay, so with that, I've been Price. Thank you all for listening to this transmission and checking in on how this base has been coming along. Factorio Outpost seems to be doing pretty well. We've got our infrastructure building up a little bit, got lots of things happening, and I will check back with y'all when I have expanded further. Thanks for listening.